All right, all right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Elite 100. If you guys could pop your cameras on, be great to see all your smiling faces. Yun, what's happening? It's been a while since I've seen you. You guys have been rocking and rolling. Good to see everybody. We're back from Dubai. It was absolutely amazing out there. I was telling Laura, like, someday we should have an Elite 100 retreat out there because you want to talk about the spirit of opulence. And it's probably one of the wealthiest countries or areas of the world that I know about. It's also ultra clean and super safe. Like we couldn't even find a gum wrapper on the streets in the city. No graffiti. It's just really new and clean. It's the whole city is less than or about 50 years old, so it's really cool. So I highly recommend getting out there at some point. But before we get going, why don't we do some wins, get the energy up? That's one of my wins coming back from there, and just all charged up for all things Matrix. But what do we have for some wins? Nobody's winning.
I'm winning.
Chris?
Hey, everybody, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a win. You guys can hear me.
Oh.
All right. Beyond that, I did want to say thank you very, very much for the last hot seat. Nelson and I have had several brainstorming sessions. We were introduced to several people, and our trajectory is changing quickly. So new marketing initiatives, new industries we're going to go after, but overall the hot seat was fantastic. We got more great advice in 1 hour than we probably have in a year. So thank you for that.
No, I love it. I love it. I'm so happy that everybody could pour in. I find those one of the most valuable things that we do here together. It's something I haven't found in any other mastermind. I've seen some quick ones like, oh, here's your 10 minutes of fame, but I just absolutely love what this group can do. So great win. Antonio?
So I started a challenge, and that's been it's been a lot of fun. So I just been consistent with it. And today, yeah, I'll just say that's been my win, and just been really kind of feeling really great. I can't even talk right now, but yeah, I've been feeling really great because of it. It's been very different. I shared it with you, Brian. Mm-hmm. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but I feel really awesome with the challenge I started.
I love that. And so for those of you guys who don't know, Antonio also went through that 75 hard challenge, which is a physical fitness, mental 75 days, no alcohol, drink a gallon of water, work out twice a day. It's pretty challenging challenge, right? So now he came up with one of his own that I think is even more challenging for 120 days. So maybe you can post that in the WhatsApp chat at some point, clean it up, put it on a document, post it in just so people can see what you're doing. I think it's pretty inspiring.
Sure.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Who else has a win? Who else wants to help bring the energy up? Greg?
So talking about the power of the mind and just how to use that effectively, guys. Just right before this call, I got a call that my mom went to the hospital, and your mind immediately goes to like, what's the worst thing that could happen, right? And just holding thought energy towards just her well-being and what's going on with her. But got a call just got a text, and she's okay. But it just we can go down those roads, guys, real easily, and if we let ourselves, and it just underscores the importance of allowing yourself the grace every day to spend time with yourself, thought energy, etc. So that's what I'm grateful for right now.
No, I appreciate that. And actually, I mean, why don't everybody take 10 seconds, just send some love to Greg's mom and his family. Just maybe bow your heads and send some loving thoughts. Awesome. Much appreciated. And it sounds like she's doing well, but it never hurts to send loving thought energy anyway, right? Like just for the reasons. And that brings up another point for me. I really hope and I want this family to always be doing that for each other. We're doing the best we can in the matrix to bring you guys close. And we have more and more things. We have so many things planned for this group, and the portal and the connectivity and the events. And, we are working to make this just so world-class and so different from anything else you experience. And I think that's part of it, right? Is actually taking time each day to hold some energy for each other's success, well-being, health, wealth, love, and happiness. And my team is going to be getting out that document that I keep promising, where we can see each other's goals, and then maybe put some love and energy to that. Because in the Elite 100, we know about sending thought energy and how important it is, and the reality of what it is, right? It's universal physics. It's not woo-woo and ethereal. So I think the collective brain power of this group, at least in my opinion, is the highest, biggest, best thing that I do. And we want that for you. So Greg, thanks for sharing that, number one. But it reminded me to, I send love to you guys every single day, not to freak you out, but in the shower. I do. I think about this family. This is above anything else I do. This is my home. This is my family. This is my peers. Everything else we do in the matrix, it's usually me coaching people. This to me is my family and my peer group. So thanks for bringing that up, Greg. Keaton?
I think Kyle Sabath has his hand up. He just says,
"Oh yeah.
Off, but
yeah, I'm in Georgia right now in the car. That's why, so it's coming in and out. But yeah, sorry, that was me.
Yeah, what do you got, brother? What do you got to share?
I've been doing a lot of networking, kind of getting out there and getting around. We talked about kind of spreading out, and was connected with this guy who owns a title company throughout the country, who then connected me with David Ortiz, who now are about 2 weeks away from starting Big Poppy Real Estate Century 21 in the Mass area. And then we're going to go to New York, and then we're going to go to Miami. I'm supposed to fly out next week to see A-Rod, Ortiz, and Mookie Betts. So let's see what happens, and I'm going to keep it going and keep it moving. So those are pretty big contacts for me. So, this guy's connecting me with all of them, and I'm just going to ride this wave and keep going.
Great job, brother. I can literally hear the energy in your voice, my man. Holy shit, that's awesome. I love it. We got to get those guys in the Elite 100.
Yeah, I'm going to get in front of them and then just do what I do, and we'll go from there. I'm excited.
I love it, brother. Great job. I'm excited for you. That's everybody here smiling. I don't know if you can see, but you just popped a smile.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys, all of you. Thank you.
Appreciate you too, brother. Yun?
You want to have Keaton go first?
Yeah, actually, so now that I want to mention something too, when I first started, I'm like, who's got to win? Everybody was crickets, right? Now look at all your faces. This is not just a cute thing we do. It's not a romper room thing. This is getting the energy up with intention. And you could hear the energy in Kyle's voice. So please don't be shy to share. This is exactly what we're supposed to be doing, is getting each other's energy up. So Keaton and then Yun.
Yeah, mine's quick, but it was awesome. I got to go down to Atlantic Beach and visit Chris Patterson and do a podcast episode in his awesome studio. And we had a great time. Got to work out in with Brad Feinberg while I was down there. And then I got to hit happy hour with Chris Pepin right afterwards. I mean, we couldn't ask for a better day. So,
oh my God, that's awesome. Holy
awesome.
Shit. Every single one of you should get on and see Chris and get on his podcast. I've done it myself. One of the best, actually probably the best podcast experience I've ever had to date. And I've been on a few. He does a great job. The energy's there, like-minded. Can't say enough about what he does in his podcast. So
I think he's charging $10 a dip to his what's that called? The ice tank?
The cold plunge.
Cold plunge. Yeah.
I dunk the weak guests in there before we go on if I need to. Great way to get their energy up for sure.
Love it.
Dude, I want to do the cold plunge.
Dude, I'm gonna sneak in your backyard and hit that up. I didn't know you had it. I know where you live.
Well, that's why I got all the cars here, bro. Everyone wants to plunge.
Don't get freaked out now, Chris, right? You're going to see people popping into your backyard doing the cold plunge.
That's all right. Just leave a tip for my wife.
I love it. First and foremost, the win is Kyle. Guys, think about this. This is exactly how thoughts become things. Him actually showing up into the Elite 100 Mastermind, right? And then going to the actual retreat and then seeing all these wins. This is exactly there's so many things happening, but the thing that I'm so most grateful for is this ability, the awareness, right? And how quickly thoughts turn into things. And I know that Dan's not here, but the 4 levels of awareness, things happen to me, for me, through me, and as me. Right. So the ability to just literally have that vibration and have that thought and then literally watch it. I can't state my gratitude enough. And I got to tell you, for anybody that follows, the astrological charts and whatnot, we're entering the full worm moon as of 7:40 Eastern time this morning. And it's literally where Virgo kind of comes into play. So everyone should be feeling the energy of clarity, of getting into your action for the things that they desire and really bringing that spiritual and the reality together. So I just want to say overall, just love the experience of it all and watch everything just unfold that we're creating together. It's
I
pretty.
love it. Great message. Great message. Love it. Ian, not everybody wants this. Not everybody's sharing. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan. Hey, all. I've been saying for a year that I'm so happy and grateful that I'm stewarding the regeneration of millions of acres of farmland, and had the opportunity. And in my mind, I was picturing talking with legislators. On Wednesday last week, I was on a panel of 3 people, and all I know is there were 16 Zoom pages. I don't know how many people that is, but there's a whole lot of people. Legislators, there's a closed session with legislators, Department of Energy, and U.S. Department of Agriculture. And I was able to talk with them for an hour about agrivoltaics and what that means. And then on Friday was asked to speak as a lecturer, as a keynote speaker for the University of New Hampshire Business School about regeneration and sustainability and cranberries. So it was the CEO of Ocean Spray and myself talking about cranberries and regeneration. And I got them singing. Old MacDonald Had a Farm. It was awesome.
That's awesome. I love it. Love the energy, brother. Michael, and then Val, and then we'll get going.
Oh yeah, so I think a year or 2 ago, Brenda and I said we wanted to travel, and we are just manifesting that like crazy. We went to Miami, and then we just went to Costa Rica with my 2 sons to my friend's wedding. He's from Massachusetts, he and his new wife, but her family's from Costa Rica, so we got to see the wedding all in Spanish, and then went to see a volcano up in La Fortuna. And then we came back to Roatan, which obviously I'm living here, so that's traveling too.
That's what I was going to say. You're on a permanent vacation on a small island of Roatan.
Fucking A. That's what I manifested. So we're leaving tomorrow, Brenda's birthday. We're going on an Esther Hicks cruise, 9 days.
Oh, wow.
The other side of the Caribbean. And we leave tomorrow. And then I'm doing Just Be the Bank with Dave Steck. And then June, we're going to San Diego with my boys, are going to be there. And then August, we're going to the Elite Retreat in Chicago. So we are traveling and we are loving it, and everything's working. So it's awesome.
No, that's so awesome. That just literally gave me chills, brother, because it's like, we talk about, especially in Elite 100, right? You shouldn't have work and vacation. I shouldn't say you shouldn't. My opinion is I don't have work and vacation. I just live. I love right now, right here with you guys. This is vacation and work at the same time. I believe human beings can build a life that they don't need a vacation from. And everybody here pretty much has that or is moving towards it more so than Inner Circle TIR and our entry level stuff. So I can just hear that in your voice. You're literally just, does not work, does not play. It's like you love what you do. You love to travel. You love your family. You love fitness. Like this is just warms my heart. I love it.
Thank
Valerie?
you. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, brother.
I'm just teasing Kyle. Kyle, are you listening?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm listening.
So it just came on the news that a Massachusetts man got tackled on a plane for bad behavior. Was that you last night?
That was me. That's why I'm stuck in Georgia. I can't get out. I got tackled on the plane going on JetBlue, and now I'm stuck in. That was me.
Oh, sorry, had to tease you.
All good.
Was that your win? Okay, all right.
That was my big win. I didn't tell you that one.
Cool. Love it.
I don't know. I'm on, sorry to interrupt, but I'm on Kyle's list of buyers list. So if anybody's interested, he's selling a strip joint in downtown Providence. Apparently.
Actually a good deal. It comes with the real estate too. It's actually a phenomenal deal. It is. They pay $28,000 a month in rent.
All right, let's talk offline on that one.
Kyle,
Yeah.
send me the link.
Say that again?
I said you will talk offline on that one, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Anybody let me know on that.
Michael, would you mind reading the Mastermind principles, brother? And we'll get moving into accountability here.
Wait. Mastermind principles. I release myself to the mastermind because I am strong when I have others to help me. I believe I believe the combined intelligence of the mastermind creates a wisdom far beyond my own. I understand that I will more easily create positive results in my life when I'm open to looking at myself, my problems, and opportunities from another's point of view. I decide to release my desire totally and trust to the mastermind, and I am open to accepting new possibilities. I forgive myself for mistakes I have made. I also forgive others who have hurt me in the past so I can move into the future with a clean slate. Let me slide it down. Is that me? I ask the mastermind to hear what I really want, my goals, my dreams, and my desires, and I hear my mastermind partners supporting me in my fulfillment. I accept. I know, relax, and accept, believing that the working power of the mastermind will respond to my every need. I am grateful knowing this is so. Dedication and covenant. I now have a covenant in which it is agreed that the mastermind shall supply me with an abundance of all things necessary to live a success-filled and happy life. I dedicate myself to be of maximum service to the world and my fellow human beings, to live in a manner that will set the highest example for others to follow, and to remain an open channel of God's will. I go forth with a spirit of enthusiasm, excitement, and expectancy.
Awesome. Thank you for that, brother. And a little bit of housekeeping before we get going. So a lot of you guys have been in the content for a while, and not just matrix content, but lifelong study. And some of you may have family members, friends, kids that you would love to have them be on the same page, or take that first sip of Kool-Aid, right? So we have a masterclass coming up. My team will put the details in the chat. It's coming up in a couple of weeks. And this is an awesome opportunity for you to introduce somebody to content without you telling them what to do, right? Because a lot of times our kids, our spouses, our immediate friends, because of the relationship and because they've known us for 20 years, they knew us back when we were derelicts, right? Or they know us a certain way. They may not take your advice directly from you. This happens a lot with spouses, by the way, or a lot of times with kids. So if you want to pique somebody's interest, my team will put the link in the chat here. You guys are all going to get this for free. It's probably, I don't know, $30 or $40 thing, but it's a 3-day masterclass. And we're starting with spirituality for the first time ever in Matrix history. We're literally going to sort of tackle the subject of spirituality, consciousness, what that is. And then we're going to go into wealth and mindset. And on the third day, we're going to do revenue streams and tax strategies at kind of a high level. So it'll be a ton of value, but it'll let people in your world kind of know what you're doing with this content. So my team will put a link in the chat there. And then the other thing is hot seats. If anybody wants a hot seat, if you're new, if you haven't had one, I know we got Blake, we got Eric and Kathy. Michael, did you have one yet? Did you have a hot seat yet?
I had one at the elite retreat.
So whatever months from now, if you want another one, anybody can get one at any time. But I do want to make sure any new members get one here too. And again, it's business development. It's really all things you. It gives you a chance to introduce yourself to the members and also to say, hey, this is what I'm working on. Here's my challenges. What do you guys think? And, you know, Chris, we had one with him a couple of weeks ago, whatever. Chris Patterson, it went very, very well. So these things are super powerful. So raise your hand if you want one. Let me know. I think Angelo and Lucio, I think you got one coming. A couple of you guys. So raise your hand for a Blake. You guys
Yes,
want
sir.
one?
Yeah, would love one, man. If that's
Okay.
if that's what we're doing, I might as well throw my hat in the ring. Appreciate it.
No, 100%. So what we'll do next week, this time, is we'll have a hot seat for you, and you know, you and I can chat offline. It's not anything you have to prepare for too much.
Okay.
Some people, if they're launching something, they might have a little slide deck, but most people don't. It's really just what you're working on and how we can help. And we open up our hearts, our souls, our connections. We raise money sometimes if somebody's raising money. So whatever it is. So you and I can chat in between now and then, but why don't we slate you in for next Tuesday?
Yeah, I mean, as long as I'm not bumping somebody, or you know,
Nope.
it doesn't have to be right away. I usually am the type to prepare a little slide deck. So as long as everybody's cool with that, it doesn't have to be right away, but we can take that offline and figure it out.
Okay, let me know.
Thanks,
Sounds
brother.
good.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And then we do accountability too, which is almost like a laser coaching, mini hot seat type stuff, right? Which is what we're going to do today. And this is just really I want to quickly go through, where somebody is, what their goals are, and if there's a quick couple of things that we can think of as a group to help. It's more to keep you guys on track too. Accountability with your peers. You're sort of announcing what your goal is, and we're doing what we can to kind of help you stay on track with that. And we did a little bit of this a few weeks ago, so I'm going to just jump in here. What do we got? Where did Mr. Pepin? There you are, Mr. Pepin. We haven't challenged you with this in a while. Last time we knew. Actually, what is your CTEP goal? I want to see if it's the same thing that you said a couple months ago.
CTEP goal is $1 million a month.
Yep.
Coming in consistently, sustainably, and that's net take home. And purpose of that $1 million a month is frankly to be able to burn for a year. So if I can, I don't want to redid the budget, and it's having a $4 million a year burn and knowing that 2/3 of my net is going right back out to expansion and long-term stability. That's the C type that frankly had me quitting a job to move to Jacksonville in the first place 10 years ago.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so that's been long-term. That's been for.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I read The Alchemist and I was like, I'm never flying private with this job, and I quit 2 days later. So that's been something that just has been driving for a long time.
What would you say recently your biggest activity is towards making that happen?
So oddly enough, over happy hour with Keaton, he introduced me to a different financial opportunity. This company that does these interesting loans, and it's not a really good correlation for my current business. However, it's a really great way to get into real estate and an MSI, and like it was just like the wheels started turning on that as an opportunity. Another thing that really helped out is I picked up a great LinkedIn service. So I'm going to start doing more marketing for my company. I've got a company right now. Admittedly, guys, the 10-year target is actually a 7-year target to have 700 contractors. And I would pay myself $2,500 per month per contractor. You add in the other business sources, I can pump $30 million a year out of this company with 30 to 40 employees. So it's got the profit margins and things. That this has been my sole focus. And on top of that, knowing that I want to be good at other streams, seeing the gold fund that you guys do, the other stuff. So as this thing dials up over the coming year, it's really that long-term sustainable. Like I've got the 4 million figured out. Then I can pat myself on the back, say I figured out something about money, and go start working on some other side. That's always been my, for where I am, where I'm born, what I know, what I'm passionate towards. I should be able to knock out $1 million a month. I mean, that's just
$1 million%, 100. Yeah, everybody here can. I mean, it's not
right.
Can we?
Yeah, amongst us, like between friends, like $1 million a month, like where we are in the world and the time and the opportunities and like how connected the world is, like So that's really for me a starting point, saying, hey, I figured out a few things about money and work at that point.
Cool. What if any challenges do you have in front of you that we might be able to help with? Anything pop up?
I'm getting a lot out of the group. Like I said, the marketing piece is interesting. Working with Jan's been great. It got a great point that it's never, the word how has been banished and it's who now. So the who piece is interesting. Oddly enough, today I am the cobbler's barefoot son. So we are, we're in hiring, really good at hiring, and I'm heavily focused on hiring. So I'm focused on attracting the right 3 people. And admittedly, we've been doing far more rejecting, which is great. It's just that I know, like I'm at a conference right now. I'm in a hotel room at the University of Tennessee for a conference where a lot of people get trained in the industry I'm in. And so we're on the lookout for people. And I just kind of know that there's 3 people out there for us that'll come in right at the right time where they need to. The other thing is, since I've really just cleared out a lot of the self-talk and the negativity, I gave myself like a few weeks just to like chill with myself and like roll with it. And with that, it's kind of like, okay, great, but there's stuff that needs to be done now. And I found more fun stuff to work with. I listen to you guys, see what you're doing. I've found things to get myself involved in to get in front of the market. So I wish I had something, maybe, at some point in 3 to 6 months, once this picks up, I'm going to want to do a hot seat. But admittedly, right now, I've kind of got my homework's coming to me.
Good.
So I'm just responding to it, but admittedly, I couldn't say I'm working 50 hours a week right now, and I don't need to.
Yeah.
You know, that's where it is.
That's good. If nothing else, sharing your goal with us so we can hold the energy is something, right?
Yeah.
We have something, but yeah, I also want everybody to know where we stand, what we're doing, what we love, and so we can put energy towards it.
Yeah, first pillar is the company, getting that thing running. The next pillar is real estate, really getting an understanding myself of how to move and do value adds with assets. And then from that, I get to fill it in with all the other different colors and flavors to build a real sustainable thing. So that's the idea right now. So the next thing,
I'll get a strip joint for sale, so.
I know, and it's got good, I mean, it's got good cash flow. Yeah, it's just a matter of like, you know, what politicians do you need to buy to be able to make sure it stays open and you get that rent.
Awesome.
Not that I thought it through. No.
Antonio, do you think there's any value in connecting him with Jeremy? And Keaton, do you think there's any value, would you say?
Yeah. So Jeremy is like a really, really great friend of mine, and this guy's like a genius in a ton of different ways. He looks at things in a very kind of unorthodox way, but with data behind it.
Okay.
I know he's blown quite a few people's minds, and he and I talk almost on a daily basis about projects and things. And I think Chris, you having a conversation with him is in your best interest.
I'm about it.
So Jeremy's also in our inner circle, and he's coming into the Elite 100. That's why he's in the content, in the mindset. Somebody that we use. A lot of people are using him. So, Antonio, can you line Chris up with the chat with Jeremy? I think there's some value there. Cool.
Yeah, shoot me a text. I'll hop right on it. We'll get it scheduled. Thanks, guys. Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries. Let's see, Miss Yun. We haven't heard from you guys in a while. And Matt, either singularly or together, what is your C-type goal so the team can know?
There's such a journey with our C-type goal. So we are so happy and grateful now that we're earning in excess of $108 million in passive income from multiple streams of revenue by 2030. I will share with you, and Brian, you remember this journey from when we actually started the 108, right?
Yep.
And the more that I'm learning and the more that I'm discovering, it's so wild, because when the 108 came about, it was actually because Matt's wrong math doing, if you will, right? Mm-hmm. And he did the math wrong, and so the 108 kind of stuck. And we definitely got emotionally involved with it and been writing it down every day in our journal or whatever. But this is so crazy. So about a year ago, we realized, I don't know if anybody wants to do the research, we realized that 108 is a very massive spiritual number on its own. Like, it's a very, very powerful number. And it's funny, when we first said it, that we had no idea why, right? And then think about it, like, it took almost 2 years for us to, quote unquote, be ready for the teacher to come to teach us this lesson, that it's that number, right? Now, fast forward, we just went to Sedona and we did our Enneagram, and go figure, Matt's a 9 and I'm a 7. What's 1 plus 8? What's 1 minus 8? Right? So when I say that we break it down and we're literally like this math formula that exists on this planet Earth, that's all an illusion. And I kind of went on a tangent, but I'm telling you, there's so many even deeper meanings of the number 108 that, again, it chose us. I didn't choose it. We didn't choose it, right? Like,
no, I know. I feel that's exactly how mine came to me as well. Different, similar, but different. So what have you guys been doing lately towards manifesting that?
So our real focus and emphasis has been really on the elevated human experience platform, and really getting much more clarity on what that vision looks like. And again, the platform to have teachers, coaches, and trainers all alongside it. But the way that the 108 shows up, again, you can't make this up, right? Like, I was like, oh my God, I want more capital that's going to actually inject into our business. And next thing you know, one of our business partners says, hey, by the way, we have an opportunity to sell on this property and we're going to liquidate, and you have X amount of dollars coming in 60 days. Like, that's what I mean, as far as like thoughts becoming things. So it's not one thing, it's coming from every area. And I think that goes back to just emphasizing the importance of open-minded and open-hearted, and just being ready to receive.
Awesome. What, if anything, do you think anybody here can do to help? Is there anything that pops up that we can help you?
So and again, I would love Matt to speak on this too, because obviously he's my other half and brings in as much And one of the things I ask is, I am absolutely diving more into my genius and my gifts, and I would love to be able to work with maybe 2 to 3 other high level people on some energy work to clear, because again, the results that I'm seeing, I'm in love. So I want to just help light people up. That's all. And Matt and I went to another speaking opportunity, which if you know people that are looking for speakers, please, 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 because I cannot even express to you.
There's a good example. Yeah. So if anybody here has a stage, these guys can get on, or somebody looking for keynote speakers.
Yes, please.
Please get with either Matt or Yun on that.
Please, please, please.
Yeah, Brian, I think the other thing as well is just different types of investing opportunities, different types of plays. I mean, like Yun said, that we're, just looking to have more active income that we could dump into passive income. You'll never believe this, but I'm starting to build a little team within a network marketing company, which is a shock to you, I'm sure.
Which company? Which company?
It's GSP. They're a Web3 platform.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So if anyone's interested in something that's like really out there and like very different, that's in the same space as Corbin as far as Orange Comet, but very different.
Well, here's what I would say to you. Let's put you in for a hot seat. You can present it in a format like you would.
Yeah, we could do that, because that's
you
something.
guys all have the ability to promote whatever it is you're doing, and we can all help in any way we can.
Perfect. So I think that's the biggest thing there is just and I started picking up some one-on-one clients. So if anyone's looking for, I'm staying within the space as well, not staying within. However, a lot of my experience comes from the real estate world and building teams within there. So I'm working with a couple agents right now as far as the real estate side, really injecting energy and paradigms in on top of that. So if anyone is looking for a coach in that space, I have a couple openings. I'm working there. But the biggest thing is just different investment opportunities. Because we want the passive income to grow. So we can, just like Michael said, you're fucking right, I'm sitting on that island.
Love it. What about your Safari?
Oh, okay. Yeah. And that's more of an offshoot of myself. So the elevated Safari experience, that has, I'm still all in on that. My partner actually was in Tanzania for a couple of weeks, and then I went into traveling all over the place with my birthday. So I have the first call that I have back with him on Thursday night. So I have a lot of great resources. He's got some great stuff there. So I'll be looking to come back to the group. I won't get too deep into it. We have a couple different ideas as far as like launching immediately, piggybacking off of someone that's running something, putting our touch onto it versus just starting from scratch. So I'll probably be looking for a hot seat in that, I'd say within about a month and a half.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know, raise your hand. We'll get it booked for sure.
Awesome.
Anybody have any advice or quick tips? Looks like Michael.
Oh no, sorry, I just have a question. So
sure. Absolutely. Go ahead.
Is there some template somewhere for scheduling a day? I mean, I don't want to. I know Matt was talking, so I don't want to go beyond.
No worries. You're talking about scheduling a hot seat?
Well, no, just scheduling my day, because like it just dawned on me that you talked to me about day trading, and like doing that website, and I completely forgot about it. But I want to add it to my stream, so I just thought maybe something's out there that tells me, do an hour from 6 to 7 a.m. or, however.
Well, why don't let's you and I schedule a one-on-one. I can go over pretty quickly, at least my thoughts on it.
Let me jump on that real quick. Michael, there's a habit called Streaks that I use. It's an app called Streaks, and it's what I use to optimize my habits. So you have a couple pages of categories. You can put a couple, and you can do, I want to do this twice a week, or I want to do this twice a day, or whatever. And it's really flexible. And it's a great way to track, because the idea is to get a streak. So I've done this habit this many days, so, for instance, I had a 6-month challenge that I did every single day. I logged it. So I really highly recommend anybody who wants to do just little micro habit optimization. Streaks is the app. And it's really flexible, and you can kind of see your progress. You can see the calendar. It's not that confusing to use. And that's been a tremendous habit builder for me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
That's
And I
great.
still want to jump on something with you, Brian, so.
Yeah, we will. We got to jump on anyway for a couple of reasons. So just write
Yeah.
it down, and when we do, I can help you with that.
From the cruise.
From the cruise. Does anybody else have anything that you use for like daily method of operation or count? I just use Apple iCal, and it's color coded. I mean, you guys have seen it. Does anybody else have anything that helps them stay on track with things, like either an app or a process or a book?
Sauna.
I just use my Google Calendar. Everything's color coordinated.
I have a wife.
No, Michael, no.
He's color coordinated.
Awesome. Well, yeah, Michael, you and I will catch up. Mr. Keaton, what is your goal and how can we help?
Oh man, I was hoping you weren't going to call me. I'm like going through a little transition period right now.
That's all right. That's what we're here for. No,
Yeah.
this is perfect.
Yeah. We should definitely chat offline too about this, but I'm just seeing a big transition in my business right now, and I want to make a pretty major pivot to servicing one niche and one type of way that delivers them results like 5 to 10x of what they're spending with me, so that it's a no-brainer to stick with me forever, and then scale that up because it's repeatable. I know this isn't a C-type goal, but I still have the financial goal of $5 million a year as a short-term C-type goal, and then long-term is $500 million a year. It's just the house kind of shifting around.
Yeah, the how's not our business, right? And just remember,
right, exactly.
Out of chaos comes order. You may just be experiencing a little chaos right now, but don't label it as bad.
No, it's definitely not bad. It's like causing growth.
Right? It causes growth. Out of chaos comes order. Out of World War I and II came the entire what we know as the economy in the United States. Like, so out of chaos comes order. Out of the Big Bang came the universe, right? Supposedly, at least that's the theory. So it's a universal law that out of chaos comes order. So anytime any of you are in a state of chaos, we want to shift our perspective on what it is. It means you're in growth, and the thing you're looking to do is coming, even if it appears we're going backwards. So I just want to remind you there's some universal truths here and how we label it. If it was easy, guys, everybody would do it. It's either this or go get a job, because jobs are easy, right? You show up, you do what somebody tells you, make a few bucks. That's not this group, right? So, and we're going through some stuff. I have multiple companies, right? And I have to remind sometimes my team, business partner, whoever, in whatever category, that out of chaos comes order. And if it was easy, everybody would do it. Like we can label this as the fun part, the challenging part, the growth part, the part that most people can't do, which is why we get the reward, right? So just make sure to keep your frame of mind in a positive mental attitude, whatever it is that you're experienced with. Nelson?
Yeah, just picking up on that, like to that same exact topic. I've had a brutal couple of weeks in terms of rejections, being in sales, that comes with a package. I'm like, water off a duck's back, but still it's like, you want successes, right? You want the wins, and each failure is closer to a win, right? This morning, I listened to 2 short little podcasts, one by David Goggins and one by Gary Vaynerchuk, who usually rubs me the wrong way, but he was spot on with this particular rant that he went on. And the gist of it is, you're going to fail more than you win. That's just a given. You're going to fail more than you win. He said, and I'm paraphrasing, I have 87 different things going on. Most of them are going to fail. I just need a few of them to win. Right. And so for me, how that was applicable with what we're going through, and you've heard me say, the manufacturing chats has been my binders. So my energy this morning and today is, we've got to get other niches spun up, the plastic surgery practices, the real estate target. We've got to get these brands spun up. We've got to move faster on getting them spun up so that we can either fail faster or have one of them hit, or multiple of them hit. Right. So it was, prior to past couple of weeks, the thought, and actually we've been talking about doing these other niches for years. Why haven't we done them sooner? Like, let's get them spun up. Let's get the team members on our team freed up with their time so they can get to work on creating for us, so that we can get more things going so that one or more of them hit or that they fail, but we've got to learn faster and act faster. So it was super energizing for me to hear 2 back-to-back really good podcasts on that topic, like 20-minute podcasts.
No, a lot of truth in what you're saying there too. And it's, one of the things we do here, it's like, succeed, fail, those are kind of strong terms, but to me, it's like you're either learning, what people call a failure, just learning what not to do, or there's lessons. And, if you're prospecting, especially cold market, the managed chats thing, you're going to have something like, it's not going to be 90% success, not usually, right? It's probably going to be 10, you have to talk to 10 people to get one. It's kind of the law of sales and averages when you're in cold market and stuff. And you try to work on that, but most of what we get is going to be what people call rejection, which is just feedback, right? If you know the person you're reaching out to needs your service and they say no, it's feedback that you need to improve your sales game. That's the way I look at it. Now, not everybody needs your service, but if you're getting in front of somebody that does and they say no, it's just feedback. It's a presentation. Like what don't they see that I know, because we know we're the best, right? That's how I feel about what we do in the Matrix. If somebody doesn't sign up with us for TIR or the inner circle, or I know that I just need to improve my skills, because I know everyone needs some form of this, right? I do, you do, we all do. And I know that, and I know it at the core of my being, and I know what Bob created and what we're carrying on that everybody needs. So it's just feedback that we need to up our game a little bit. That's it.
And those people that tell me no, I just put them on my calendar for a year out and follow up with them again.
There's no such thing. Yeah,
time and circumstance.
Yeah, no just means please follow up in 6 months.
Yep.
That's how I literally, and Laura knows this, I just move them on my calendar to 6 months and I don't feel one way or another about it. Because people's lives change is the other thing. Their situation changes, COVID hits. Now all of a sudden they're interested in the home-based businesses, right? There's all kinds of things that change and companies change too. Oh, we don't need your service now. 6 months from now, they're like, holy cow, we need something new. So it's just, it's timing is the other part of it. So it's never no, it's just not right now. So I love that principle and that attitude. Anybody else got anything for Keaton before we attack the next victim? No. Eric, Mr. Galixon, my main man. I'm not sure you have this formulated. You and I talked about it a little bit, but I think you already know you can hit it. But what is your C-type goal?
My C-type goal is $1 million passive income per month.
And for those of you that don't know Eric, well, his motivation behind that is philanthropic. He's not like a money guy. A lot of you aren't. Yun's 108 million. It's not a money thing. It's an impact thing. So we've talked about a certain level of impact and influence that comes along with something like that. And that's a good place to start, right? $1 million a month passive. What are some of the things, or what have you done lately towards that, action items towards that?
Well, we're growing our real estate business. Basically, it's house flipping, and we're growing that. We put 9 houses under contract since February 1st, and that's a record for us. So we're trying to do maybe 50, 60 plus houses a year, and I'm working on different exit strategies that are profitable.
Let me pause you right there, because I have a really good mentor that says, "Do or do not, there is no try." That's by Yoda, right?
Yeah.
So even the phrase, we make decisions to do so. I don't care if it's 50 or 100 or 1,000.
Yeah.
Well, nobody can do 1,000. Well, that's not true. If you have a big enough team, you can, right? So
yeah,
we just want to say, this I will do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no such thing as try. Right? We either do something or we don't.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So that's one thing, and then the other thing is just different revenue streams, which I'm working with you on, Brian. Just bringing some other things on board and putting some funds into that and getting those to grow.
Very cool. You and Kyle should have a one-on-one. Kyle, are you still on, bud? He might have dropped. I know he's down there messing around. But you guys should have a chit chat, because he's done a lot of things. Again, I connect you with Dave Stechter. These are people that have done a lot in very, very high level. Like Kyle's done over 500 personal transactions a year for 4 or 5 years straight.
Yeah.
Just chatting with somebody like that's done high volume. Like, well, how the hell did you get there? Well, I just did this, this, and this. You may get something from that. So
yeah,
I'll connect the two of you guys on a text, and it's just good for everybody to get to know each other over time too. So
yeah, that sounds great. Thank you.
I love it. Anybody else have anything for Eric? He's one of our newest victims here. I mean, other than, tapping into the group, you've been diligently, I'll say this too, you've been diligently doing every single thing in TIR, even more than being asked, like the twice a day videos and the, all the things. So things that your level of awareness over the next 6 months is going to go through the roof. Just
Good.
right to the roof. So
Yeah.
Laura mentioned something that I want to put in the chat if I can. There's a couple of Esther Hicks. There's a 3-day Esther Hicks event down here in Florida in December. I'm wondering if that would be something cool for like a bunch of us to hit. I've always wanted to go attend something of hers. And if you guys want to go, I think it would be really cool to do in a group. Laura also popped open another cruise, September 22nd, October 1st, Hawaii cruise.
It's only a 1-day event.
Oh, it's a one-day event on a cruise?
No, the Miami one is 1 day.
Oh, 1 day. Okay. Well, that would certainly be easy. We'll get information on both of those and we'll maybe take a little vote or whatever, but I'd love to do something like that together where we're going to, she'd be amazing. She's definitely somebody I want to see. And a lot of people, I had a lot of people in my network say, I never made the journey to go see Bob personally. There's probably a few of you here that like, I wish I would have, right? So I think she's one of those, at least in my book. So we'll put together a couple of things and maybe see who wants to attend what, but I think that'd be really cool. Let's see. Mr. Shine, what is your current CTED goal?
Well, I have 3. It's you called me out. I'm so happy and grateful I make $100 million in net worth, or I have that. I'm looking around because I then showed you when we were talking that I have a $1 billion bill on my desk, and you were like, "Oh, you're not being true to yourself. You should be $1 billion." So I raised that one to $1 billion. I have the I'm so happy and grateful I make $1 million per month in passive income. And I'm so happy and grateful now that I weigh 145 pounds and I'm in the best health and physical shape of my life. So
very cool. What is your current body weight, if you don't mind sharing?
I think I don't have a scale down here, Rotan, but I think it's 155. So 10 more pounds.
So timeline, that's the one that's right there in front of you. And I'm talking like within a month or two.
Except for I'm going on a cruise. So much food.
That would be the one that's probably, it's have some disciplines, it's to do some things. It's right there. The timeline's really short on it. But also the visualization, because there's a mental side of controlling your body, like visualizing yourself in a lean, mean, healthy state is a big part. Yes, diet, yes, exercise. Most people don't factor in the visualization and the self-image of being a certain body type, which would be the strongest part.
Can I show you something? Hang on a second.
Need a screenshot?
My bathroom mirror. So we'll see if we can see it. But
nice.
took my head and we put it on a.
That's perfect.
So I see that.
That is exactly what you guys.
Don't you already look like that, Mike?
Yeah, I'm pretty close. I'm getting there, 10 pounds.
I need to put that on the refrigerator.
Yeah, there you go. Good point.
So every single person here was expressing energy from what you just did. I took a picture of this. You all lit up with smiles, right? When we talk about pictures worth 1,000 words, and we were I guess laughing a little bit, but that's exactly what we should be doing. Things like that. The energy that it took to print that out, to do the thing, it's more than just a fleeting thought, right? And I have it right here myself, right here in my vision book.
I love that.
But that's just me like 10 years ago. So I have a reminder of like, I was there once. I'm not there now, but I have these images too. And so if you guys have a physical fitness image or a goal, something like that definitely helps. The $1 billion bill, the image of yourself. If you don't have a significant other, the image of what that might look like. So I love that you're doing the image work because it's a huge, huge part of it, along with the goal card and your life script. So great job. Great job. Awesome. Well, again, this is accountability. We do little laser sessions, and I take down who we went through, and eventually we get through everybody. We do this from time to time. Eric, do you want Eric Glickson, do you want a hot seat coming up?
Yeah, maybe in a couple of weeks out. Yeah. Yep, we got spring break and we're gonna be in Arizona for some time. So
okay,
the 28th is or April 4th, something like that.
Okay.
End of the month or early April is good.
All right, so we'll do Blake, we'll give you a couple of weeks here. Next week we'll do content, and then we'll have a hot seat for you, and then we'll do a couple of more things, a couple of weeks, and then we'll have Eric. And then by then I think Matt's work, maybe you'll be ready to go. So I want to make sure everybody's getting their hot seats if they want them. And if anybody else wants one, just let me know and we'll weave it right in. Oh, Vision Books. Did somebody not know what that was? Does everybody here have a vision book or not?
I don't know what a vision.
I don't. I was the one that asked. I've had a vision board in the past. I've done it, but vision book, like I
you're
just
gonna
never.
love this. You're gonna love it. And Val, aren't we getting these to everybody as an Elite 100 member? Yeah, you get these in your kits.
I probably have a blank book in my kit. I just don't have any instructions.
That's what it is. No, I'm glad you
Yeah,
brought
okay.
this up. Glad you brought this up. A vision book, guys, is something that I created. I used to have big vision boards back in Massachusetts, and I mean 4 feet by 8 feet walls, 3 of them. And I put all this stuff way back when that was, and a lot of it's happened, right? But then I started traveling the world. I'm like, well, shit. So what I did is I put these pictures in a book called a vision book. It's literally a vision board in a book that I can travel with. And I've since, now that's over here, and I don't, my walls aren't all cluttered. I have this book that I can flip through to get emotionally high as I'm reading my goals. And you guys all have them in your kits. Yeah, there's ours right there. Yep. So that's what that is, if you guys didn't know. And Val, when we do, going forward, when we do an Elite 100 onboarding, please make sure to, if you don't, outline what that is and why
I
we
usually tell them it's the black binder that comes with the kit, because when you say vision book, some people don't understand what it is. But yeah, Chris, you should have one of those. It should have.
Yeah, I got the binder.
We didn't know what it was.
Yeah, that's what it is.
We
Okay.
didn't know what it was, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is where we literally put pictures of whatever, the yacht, the house, the charity, what is $100 million at your business, anything that helps you tie to the future image of yourself that you've already made a decision on. We put it,
Yeah.
it could be anything, it could be family, it could be walking on the sand with your significant other, anything and everything that triggers you to.
Yeah, admittedly, I have an old vision board in my phone that sits in an Evernote that I look up from time to time or something like that. But the book is a little more tactile at the
maybe
office.
print out some of those pages and bring it. And again, it's just the exercise of putting energy into this thing that mine's worth $1 billion, right? I have our software. I say our because we're all invested in. I have our software company with a picture sitting right next to like WhatsApp and Facebook.
Yeah,
if I can show you
Arts
guys.
and crafts for billionaires. Great.
Yeah, right. And I've been looking at this for a couple of years now. 21 billion, right? That's the exit I want to have for us. But it's sitting there right next to 2 other big players. So I have my composite. I don't know if I can show you this. It's a composite image board.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe next week we'll do that. We'll do vision book and image board. That's probably be a good thing to do. Because I want to make sure you guys aren't missing some of these things that are like core tools. I'll take a note. I think that'd be a good exercise.
Yeah, because I used to do it with like what exactly the math is underneath. So it would be a picture, but here's the math and the expression of what this picture really means, as opposed to just here's a fancy thing that I think is cool. Like there's actually, the research behind it and then the mechanics to acquire it.
Yeah, it's whatever works for you.
Okay.
So left brain, right brain, in the middle, some of both. But we'll take some time next week.
That's not a seagull. That's a beagle. If you know the tools that you need to acquire, that's a beagle. This is a seagull book.
Well, I know what the math is. Getting the team to put the math together on my behalf is the C piece.
Yeah, if you have an image like that, and like you said, you're more left brain like me, so you might have the exact math, and that's fine. But like you said, you don't know the team or some of the hows.
Exactly.
You have the
who's,
the end result though, and that's key. The key is to have the end result.
Mhm.
So awesome. Thanks for asking that question in the chat there, Chris, because I want to make sure everybody knows, the things we're sending out, why we do them, and have some fun with it. So appreciate that, brother. Awesome, everybody. Well, thanks for chipping in on, helping some of the people that express their goals. We'll get some hot seats coming up. Super excited. We'll do some research on an Esther Hicks event and see what you guys might want to do together. I think that'd be amazing as an outing for us. Thank you, Laura, for bringing that up. And have a great week, everybody. Be well, and God bless. We'll see you soon.
All right,
Bye,
thanks.
everyone. Have a great week.
Thank you, everyone.
Take care.
Bye, everyone.
See you, bud.